it's a good way to share the ideas, right? If you don't know how to really counter it properly, address it, like completely change everything out. Gameplay and macro and micro situations, you can deal with that as well. Good thing that Musashi showed up, but the Dahlia here, yeah, they were willing to trade that for this one specific hero ban that the teams really want to go for.
Okay, Dahlia, I like it. So once again, we take a look at so many options, right? Dahlia, we have the double Gun and Mo ultimate, right? We also have the double Kaiser ultimate. These are things that we could take a look at soon as well. So at this point, I like the flexibility that Pooping has given to the team. Now, what kind of damage dealers do they want? Almighty doing really well on the Lady Sun. We know the potential of this farm lane, but Clash and the mid, I'm curious what they're feeling.
Okay, if that is an appetizer on what we're gonna see from that phone, yeah, it's a Guan and Yu. So I think Team Secret is more happy to trade with that because this sums up like a great displacement engage or initiation from the team fighting prowess of A7. Like this is like a great way to really put everything out of the map. Like not damage, but misplacement. And with that kind of isolation that the Guan you can do, it's an ultimate like reach for the Musashi.
Yeah, it looks like ALPHA7 are kind of, I mean, they did this yesterday, right? The Dahlia and Lady Sun. They have this nice little combination that kind of seems a little, you know, very meta picks. It's unassuming. And then all of a sudden they can finish it off with the Ganon Mo and the Heino, potentially. I'm just wondering if Team Secret have done their homework as well and seen some of these tendencies from ALPHA7 here.
Yeah, speaking of tendencies, like you mentioned it, man, Kin, Demonia, A7 literally like respected it and kind of like expected the, they might want to get it too. So I think there's also like seeing the possibility of not like a late game assurance win, having Demonia on the team side.
I think at this point, you know, Team Secret, they might be looking for someone that's able to dive into the front line as well. Because if you take a look at ALPHA7's lineup, actually everything works against Guan Yu. Like Lady Sun, the frag grenade will have slows. Dun, Unruly Blade, Wind Slash, knock up, slow. Dahlia, Wave Breaker in the ode or in water, slow or knockback. So like everything is horrendous for the Sadashin. So they need someone to force those skills out.
Okay, so like the moment that you said that, like a slow motion factor of A7 has right now in their kit, yeah, they kind of want to deal with it quicker. Like with that kind of initiation coming from Dun and the Dahlia, damage needs to reflect right away because a follow-up is really necessary as well. So maybe that's the way that they ban out the Dharma too.
I mean, so at this point, I would presume that Yuhan as the Zhang Fei would definitely be the one that tries to, you know, get all the skills out of the way before the wraparound comes in. And wow, I like this finishing touches from both teams.
Yeah, and to sum it all up, last pick Angela one more time. They know how tanky the last two guys here in Team Secret will be in the game. And a lane for the backline starting engage as well. So, Lady Sun, much protected in team fights, but this is like also relying on how the lane would proc something up from Team Secret that could really caught them off guard.
Yep, I mean, my eyes are on Shen this game because this game is exceptionally difficult. Everything is against him. There's so many things that will slow him down, affecting his charges, affecting his movement speed as well. But, you know, maybe he's the sacrificial lamb for the team. I don't know.
Yeah, we will know. Like, for sure, like, this time around at A7, since they kind of start the game right here, the series rather, in a game number 1. Now it is like a time to reflect on how will they want to pull this series off to finish this one for their own. So it's a test of how this lineup is going to go. A lot of targeted bans as well. A lot of heroes are now pointing on how to take out Sonya. Meanwhile up top, we are looking at Vision as well, being traded from Team Secret too.
Yeah, I actually like the Angela pick, right? Because it does help to shred those very tanky moves, which obviously Yuhan, the Zhang Fei, and Shishan in mid as the Yuhan, also very tanky.
Yeah, and to think about that, like AoE, you have frontline too, and as we completely discussed this, guys, we're trying to see here, like, the most best scenario for A7 to fight back. Like in the early game, you would see Shishan and Suwon maintaining that front line, like the river control and vision as well, mainly because of how the Dun and the Angela could work together. It's a deadly combo early game once the Angela hits level 4. An anti-mage tank too on the front line, so they need to be careful on where those chaos synergies such as that lands on the front line of Team Secret.
Yeah, and to, you know, complement that, I think if Freaks is able to put a lot of pressure on this Guan Yu, then Xuan is not able to make that rotation.
Look at that. Rotation is really speaking out of A7 right now. Invade just to get vision, but so far the Yuan has been doing a lot of great job to clear things quicker. But because they know as long as they lose the kind of recovery in terms of getting that objective, they might lose it. So far, change here at the mid lane.
Okay, I have one concern, which is a strength for Team Secret, and that's TNX. Oh, hang on.
You want to take a lot of damage. Looks, he's thought about going in, but Freaks actually is going to be backing off. DNX goes for the duel of death, knocks up, looks like they're just going to walk away.
Yeah, so you can see, right? TNX, he's able to move really quickly, but at the same time, he's able to bypass the front lines. So he actually has pretty decent access to Almini and maybe even Manofry.
Man, I think that's a really bad thing to think about if you're A7. If you want to focus on like getting defenses right away against Team Secret, you need to worry about where TNX is coming from. Like the crucial positioning that the Team Secret can do against A7 is kind of like a deadly, kind of a lethal threat to them, because they would need to know, like, vision is very much important for them to protect this farm lane, Almini in tight situations as the game goes by.
Juan gets meteor killed. Freaks continuing to just chase. TNX will join and scare him away. He goes for the duel to the death. They do have the knockup. They push him back with the death at Sunset. And they're looking to turn this around, and they do get first blood with the Blazing Brilliance. Hakan, he just happened to be in the top lane as well.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about. The slow, right? The chaos in this difficult way. Hang on. Return kill.
Oof, okay. 1-to-1 trade, you were saying?
By Frozen Breath.
Yeah. He's just
really just slow. Just get the slow, man.
Okay. No, it's definitely going to help out, right? Yeah. I mean, Sun here, he's going to take that kill. He'll just be very happy with this. This is an interesting matchup. The Marco Polo versus the Lady Soon. But the Blazing Brilliance is going to burn him, but at the Unending Sorrow, Jisun walks out of that one.
Yeah, we're seeing the wonders of the Anzu right now, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you watching and using this hero, yeah, you get insta-kill, insta-burst, insta-slow, and as he builds probably either not the Mask of Agony, either he uses the first item first, which is the Savant's Wrath or Scepter of Reverberation. Yeah, it's a great amount of insta-kill for Lady Sun to go and have a great entry as well against Team, and that's going to be a problem, so they need to double time as well how to make their mid lane and farm lane work if you are Team Secret.
Really, I will buy Mask of Agony, dude. Like, sure, I like Scepter of Reverberation, but Mask of Agony feels a bit more nice to have, because you're dealing percentage damage.
Okay, we will know for sure on where it's going to go.
The Blazing Brilliance is blown up. TNX for the Razor Cavalry on the backside. They push him back. The Death at Sunset. Hakan has been killed. Chuan chasing him down. Heroic charge onto Manofry. They're not able to hit a second, and Chuan is going to be killed. It's a 2-for-1. A7 is on the attack as it looks like they want to go to the mid lane. The Leaping Savior keeping Sun alive. They do have the knockup once more. TNX though getting gone on. Beningus goes down. The Death at Sunset lands on top of Yuan. They get the pick off on that, and ALPHA7 are turning this game around.
We were both wrong. You just need the Stone of Sorcery. You don't even need the full item.
Yeah, guys, yeah, because one thing that we saw in that team fight, Freaks, was a great advantage in backline initiation or backline entry. They really made Team Secret crumble to protect their front line even under their turret, and this is becoming a problem. How will we counter? They need Peel, the Benignus. Okay, receiving the Pokemon damage, good thing. I get this here as well. Okay, going back, I need to be careful on how to address that situation, man. Going back on the replay.
Yeah, this was a nice catch, and this is the combinations coming in, the stun after stun. Yes, even with the Razor Cavalry, the moment he gets slowed down, it cancels out the charge, right? And unfortunate for them, Shen did miss this last charge. If not, maybe the fight could have gone, you know, slightly differently for this side.
Man, this is deadly. Death at Sunset ×2. Imagine Scuba Divers has 5 tanks going in deep in the ocean. That's how confident they are to just take the limit.
Oh, on the backside, the Death at Sunset. It looks like Almini's been pushed away, or he's been killed, excuse me. Freaks. Juan going in for this one, and that might have been a little aggressive. The Blazing Brilliance pushing him away. Mind you, Sun is pushing in the top lane, so there's pressure elsewhere. The Tyrant, though, is going to be picked up by Beningus. The Unruly Blade on forward. Beningus still in the heart of the enemy team. He gets pushed up. He gets knocked up. The Wind Slash is going to scurry them away. But Hakan, Manofries are continuing on. They're just trying to poke and prod at this point.
Sun is left alone.
Beningus gets knocked off. The duel to the death. He gets Unruly Blade back to safety. There's a lot of action. Sun has now joined the mid lane. The Blazing Brilliance will burn up the creeps. Beningus is a little bit low. He'll push them away.
Okay, we see A7 going on aggressive with team fights and all the reset, yes. But good thing Team Secrets, specifically on Sun's position right there, from the moment that A7 wanted to take out of an ace out of Team Secret. He was pushing lanes up top. So far, T3 has the one thing that's protecting the top lane, and slowly they want to take this game one by one, starting with turrets.
And it's not a good situation, right? Because, you know, for Sun to be pushing means Sun is farming as well. And he is at 4,500 already, building towards that Doomsday. So, completing 2 of the main core items for a Marco.
Yeah.
In fact, it's just completed.
Oh yeah, right. And that's 2 already. And to add more to the items too, Scepter of Reverberation as a choice of Angela here. So what's so special about this is the skill hits trigger explosions. With that kind of combo you're seeing, Chaos Citizen, Blazing Brilliance, yeah, it completely explodes and grants a passive echo when dealing damage. So yeah, the Dahlia is present here. You better have an answer for deflecting magic damage here if you're Team Secret.
Wuhan and Shisan not in a great spot. They're going to be scared away. ALPHA7 doing a great job. I mean, they like to play the map control game, but look at the bottom lane, Sun continuing to push.
All again, right? He's all over the place.
Okay, speaking of being all over the place here, we've seen Clash Lanes doing all the push with Hanshin. Yeah, Team Secret says, yeah, our farm lane can do it as well. He's the one dictating the tempo here. So far, A7 is not accepting debate on where he's going, and they're losing such time here to counter the wave. Look at that.
Idle Outburst pushing them away, though. The mid T1 still not being touched. They don't have the minions to kind of deal with this. Sun continuing to farm. They're going to look to just kind of, you know, take the boars, and it looks like they're going to move on with their lives.
Yeah, speaking of moving on, I hope everybody can move on whatever they're going through. It's kind of like a bit of a commercial there, but yeah, they need to move on. Because why? They don't know how to address this like Macapre teams have been doing. Like we've seen some Clash lanes doing all the work, cleanup on the waves, coming from top to bottom, but how will you deal with Sun? This is a farm lane that could clearly clear waves from time and time again, and they really want to equalize the A7. With that kind of problem that you wanted to deal with, they also need to take out an isolated play from Team Secret, but so far, good thing the goalie is not yet in favor of anybody just yet, but keeping in their cards at the same situation.
Yeah, the bigger problem for the side of ALPHA7 is that even after throwing all of his ultimates, they are unable to kill any of the members on Team Secret. And when you're out of options to get the stuns in, that's going to empower Xuan as well as Sun, because now there's no more control to stop them from getting the kills.
Yeah, and so far, there's a lot of scenarios here that we're seeing that A7 is really taking their time. They need to be careful, and we feel that.
It's going to be going the Resplendent Revolver again, zoning him away. The Razor Cavalry on the backside. Juan looking to push him back. Nice heroic charge. Akana is going to be killed first. Juan is getting so low, and it looks like he's going to be killed. Almighty gets the pick up on that, but 2 members down thus far. This is going a 2 for 2 at this point. Freaks is going to be killed. They're turning this around, and Sun is cleaning house with a quadra kill.
Will it be a penta? Never mind. Let's go back to base.
Almighty is just going to run away, and if you notice, right, they were playing the vision. So now there's a new update and patch in the game where you have a different kind of sprite. You do have extra brushes out. But take a look at this. This was a nice knockback by the Zhang Fei, right? So at this point, I thought it was going to be over for the side of Team Secret because they got caught 3 different members, and at this point, Freaks was able to get the 1 kill. But the timing of this Eva barrage by Sun was so painful, so hurtful to the side of ALPHA7. They really turned that whole fight around.
Yeah, damage with ground control immunity. Nothing can catch this Marco Frol as he bring down chaos of damage. And to think that the 3 items are already showing right now for this Marco Frol to be so confident in team fights, yeah, he has more ways to deal with the toughness of A7 has. That's why Freaks was kind of like the one that's left to defend. And so far, they need to have a follow-up for that. They had a way to take this Shadow Overlord against a Team Secret, because if you really want to buy time here to get in with the push.
Oh, they go too little death. They get him knocked up, and it looks like they do end up killing Mono Pfizer with the death. That sounds like keeping Freaks alive. Zuan going in for this one, but he gets burned up. He had the motorcycle. I didn't think he could find the brakes, but it looks like they've taken the mid T2, so they've gotten something in return.
Yeah, he ran out of patrol, right? So he got caught there.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, guys. You need to look left and right because you never know who's gonna say hi in your window. Because Team Secret right now, they're really just greeting everybody on A7 that they really need to be in a tight spot to defend. Like now, they're still not letting go of the Shadow Overlord just yet, but TNX, will he be caught in a bad situation?
He might be. The Death and Sons is going to be committed a little on the early side and wants to go in. He's looking to turn this around, but he's been getting burned up. He's continuing to fight. TNX does get killed, but he does take out Almighty before he goes. Freaks now looking to fight this. It's 2-on-2. He's on the low side. It looks like he wants to go for the Forbidden Domain. He's going to do some damage. And Sun arrives like the hero that he is. He's starting to do some damage, and Beningus misses the wind slash, and they do take him out at Team Secret. Take a 4-on-1.
Look at the two tanks just zoning one another in their own camp. You and the man of Riser. The only thing that turned everything into favor for Team Secret is because of TNX. Despite how he died, he managed to pull off 4 ultimates out of A7 that caught them off guard.
I mean, the problem right now is that the Vanguard, the Shadow Vanguard is pushing into top lane. So this is going to, again, give ALPHA7 a little bit of time. Taking that Overlord was key, and it's going to help them in this defense.
Yeah, they still can close one off. A7 really needs to cover their tracks and save a little bit more resource. I mean, crowd control and ultimate to make everything from a Team Secret. Right now, they're just so tanky and they just have more ways to sustain the front line. So if you are A7, if they kind of react to the same situation again, they really need to save that Chaos Cinder's even a great blazing brilliance from Team Secret to have that important meltdown. Because when they wanted to do a counterplay, nothing was left.
So they did get a bit of a breathing room, but I think once again, Team Secret, they found that opening, and everything falls on Sun and Xuen, right? Because they are the ones that kind of push ALPHA7 into unfavorable spots.
The most favorable way rather to deal with this is they need to have the right target. Who do you target in Team Secret? Yuan has been a great frontline radar here for this team, and they don't know even where to counter or where even to find Sun. I know they want to take out the high damage dealer here from Team Secret, who has now the premonition as well. So a bit of a tank from there, but they need to be sure on where to put the card in
coming.
the correct map.
They want to go the Resplendent Revolver right on Beningus. Oh, but the Razor Cavalry's on point. They knock him up, and then they do get Haikon. Juan with a nice play. He gets another Oak Charge, just bouncing him around like a pinball, and Beningus is on the back end, and he's going to be killed. But TNX was all the way in the enemy team as well. He's going to fall, so it's a 2-for-1 thus far.
Okay, they're left with 3 members, but the Sun is still here, though.
Oh, the Death and Sunset, it's going to connect onto 2. He's trying to go for Sun, but the Fever Barrage is on point. He's doing some damage. It looks like he's going to be killed, though. He did trade his life for this, but he gets a double on his way out. Chisan continuing to fight with Shrieks. The Leaping Savior, as well as the Unending Sorrow, they're continuing to fight. No, it looks like Team Secret are going to back off.
They need to. They really need to. I know that was a great kill that Sun did, but one thing that was still missing in Team Secret is the waves here. They don't have a push just yet. Because A7 got the Overlord. Comparing it to the gold difference, Benigna still has the gold, but comparing it to TNX is way far. Also to add Sun as well, a decent amount, like almost 1,000 plus gold lead. And one thing that was missing is damage, and they really want to get this Tyrant for them to go in and push. So far, they're really leaving the Overlord option from this moment.
It's a calculated risk there, and it paid off for the side of Team Secret. And as it stands now, once again, they have the map advantage all over. Simply because now with the Tyrant's buff, they can take up almost any fight. I have to comment, Xuen was doing so much work with the Razor Cavalry as well as the heroic charge. He caught so many people.
Yeah, caught so many people. I mean, he was just controlling the backline, and that's what you have to be super careful. You need to understand where Swan is at any moment, because, again, he catches you out, he pushes you away, and then you have no choice but to fight 1 versus 4.
This is a Primal Bond attempt. So you can give them the debuff, they don't care.
Yeah, sometimes I do that, but you need to be very careful and calculate as well, because A7 really doesn't want to commit in that kind of scenarios.
Okay, so pressure is cooking for the side of ALPHA7. They are with their backs against the wall. Team Secret, the next wave should be a big one for them.
Okay, waves pushing in. You have the enhanced Overlord Vanguard as well down bottom. They're really splitting everybody in half right now, A7.
Looks like they've taken the top T3. The Unbridled Outburst was committed. The Chaos Cinder slowing down TNX. They're going to back off with the Shadow Vanguard. And Juan already making waves in that bottom lane. It looks like everybody's going to rotate into that area.
Speaking of rotation, they're really dictating the pace here on where to enter. Will it be the top play? Will it be the ball? Oh!
Almighty
They just committed!
At half-life, needs to be careful. TNX looks to go in with the extreme speed, the duel of the death, with the death at sunset in return. TNX backs off right now on ending sorrow. The death at,
he
sunset
pushes
yet
it back.
again. He's looking to push him on, and Juan is all the way up in the front, but Almighty finally goes down. They get the pick off. Freaks has been killed as well. Juan dies in return, but the Fever Barrage is on point in the heart of the enemy team. The base is doing some damage. He actually roaming guns back to safety. Freaks has been killed. Venegas is going to be killed as well. And it's just one last hurrah. Mono Frizer One Sun is not able to do it. And Team Secret will fight back and take game 3.
Yep, they made the cake and they ate it as well. What a victory to end on an ace. My goodness.
Team Secret finally denying that sweep that could come from A7. That was so close, man. That entry in the base was a bit of a messy situation. The Guanios were trying to isolate this one, but that was the most important picture that they want to see against A7. They know their strength in a great amount of crowd control team fight, and they want to split everything in half. So far, they outplayed, they outsustained, and they worked with the damage.
Yep, credits to ALPHA7 Esports as well. They did their best. They had a couple of very strong games as well, but it was just not enough. You know, they bowed out, but they bowed out